Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into the tarot. I like to begin my readings by thanking you for being here. All of you who have been with me a long time, watched a lot of videos, we've spent a lot of time together. Those of you who leave comments, like, share, subscribe, I deeply appreciate everything that you do. Honestly, thank you so much. And to those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I'm super happy to have you here. Just keep in mind, these are general readings, Pisces, so take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to start off with a major arcana from the Crystal Ball Tarot and see what the general energy is. Okay, for Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces, what can you show me for Pisces? Okay, you guys are actually getting two. Oh, something is transforming. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is very potent energy here, Pisces. I'm not surprised to see it, but I also am just kind of like, wow. You have the Death card on the bottom of the deck, and then you have the Magician and the Fool card. So you have this like energy of deep ending, deep transformation. Every ending is really a beginning. And so there's not, how do I want to say it? Like how it's coming to me is like there's no telling what this is about. Like that's like a message that I'm getting so strongly right here, which may mean to me that there's more than one thing, or that this could be something that seemed at one point to be over, getting a new life, or this could be something where something definitively ended and here's the new beginning. And you may have been stuck in kind of an in-between time between them. Or the opposite could be true, where there's an ending and right away a new beginning. Like you don't even have time to really acknowledge the ending and there's a beginning. We'll find out more as we go through, but I just want to really take a look at these cards for a moment. The Fool card, it says, you are on the verge of an exciting, unexpected new adventure. Your new adventure will bring you along a path which may require you to make a leap of faith, but you will grow as a result of this new experience. And then the Magician card, it says, you have all the skills and abilities you need to be successful. The universe is aligning to bring positive changes your way. So definitely good things coming in here, Pisces. Death on the bottom of the deck says spiritual transformation, a time of change and new beginnings. Embrace the change of a fresh start. You need to draw a line under the past in order to move forward in a positive direction. Man, Pisces, I just feel so strongly the energy of this is a general reading. Like, this means something different for everyone. Like, there are so many different situations that this energy is talking about, and I'm just going to have to trust you guys to intuitively know what they are for yourself. I'm picking up, though, on, you know, some of you, it's like you finally finished a relationship, or you finally said enough is enough. And now maybe a new beginning, or someone new may be coming in. Oh. Okay, I just got Aries. You do have the Fool here. You have the Magician, which is, can be Virgo, but typically associated with Gemini. And then you have Death, which is Scorpio. Oh. Pisces, oh my goodness. Okay, I feel you have this round and round, and this can indicate, you know, a cycle with a particular person where it's like, it may have felt like there was all this potential, right? You're these horses, right? and you have this potential to like cross a lot of land or make a lot of progress, or even yoke up with a chariot and move on to success and victory. But for whatever reason, you're stuck on this merry-go-round. You're stuck going around and around and around, not ever really even tapping into the true potential. And then it's kind of like there's this energy of higher purpose, which makes me feel like really starting to understand that there is a higher purpose to like everything. And that maybe even in this relationship, there was a higher purpose. Maybe there was a lot of lessons that needed to be learned and we were able to learn them like this. It can also be where this relationship served a higher purpose in your life. And again, with the Death card on the bottom of the deck, something here led to some kind of spiritual transformation, some kind of ending and some kind of new beginning. And the new beginning is not, okay, this is just a new beginning with my same old self. This is a new beginning in a transformed energy. This is something that we have not ever endeavored to do before because we were in a different energy. So it can be, you know, if you're dealing with someone that you have gone many rounds with, they've been in and out of your life, or it's, you know, a twin flame or deep soul connection type situation. It can be where, you know, finally we're understanding the higher purpose of this connection, or finally we're maybe even tapping into our own higher purpose, and that is freeing us from the energy of this merry-go-round. We'll have to see. You have casual dating. For some of you, I feel like there was a situation and it's like you came to a place of peace and acceptance with it, where you were like, okay, you know, I accept that, you know, really is all that is, or whatever, or, you know, that was really a relationship that deeply helped me get to know myself, or helped me to grow as a person, or helped me to really figure out what I'm looking for or what I'm not looking for. And then there's this energy of casual dating, of like getting back out there, or it could be this is the first relationship maybe since then, or it could be this person coming back around to be like, okay, let's, you know what, let's actually give this a go. Like, let's actually try dating, or let's actually try, you know, whenever I see a coffee cup, I get the impression of like meeting up in person. And this isn't like some formal date or some like, let me take you back to my parents' house and introduce you to the family or anything. But this is just like, let's talk about this. Let's get to know, let's see if we're on the same page. Let's see if we're feeling or thinking the same things. And then you have this energy of gamble. And it's like, this is when, you know, I know you well enough, or I have enough experience with you, or it can even be where someone asks a question. Especially with these love chords right here. To me, this is, chords are like vocal chords for me, or like chords on a piano. It's sound. It's like speaking it into reality, or it's bringing it in a different way. And it's like somebody may be asking you to take a gamble on them. And you may be going, what are the odds? You know? Okay, and then on the bottom of the deck, you have mind possessiveness. This card keeps giving me Aries. I don't know if it's because there's two roses with this heart shape. Maybe it's like ram-like. I don't know. But this is giving me an energy of, it feels protective, but it feels like someone who possibly, what I'm getting is like, as something is getting established, or I don't feel it in a bad way. Like, I don't feel it in a like controlling, I'm trying to separate you from your friends and family, and, you know, so I can manipulate you and that. I don't feel that. I feel this energy of, I care about you so much that it almost, it's like I may even be a super secure person, but it makes me feel kind of insecure to have kind of like feelings like this. And so I almost feel with this chain here, it's giving me the devil, and it's making me feel someone who's either really detached, like who, I don't even want to say really detached, but has kind of a detached air about them. You know how when it's cold and there's a chill in the air, we say, like the air is just cold. There's like a moisture in the air that makes it cold. Oh my God. Here's someone from Florida trying to tell you how it feels like to be cold. Yeah, I don't know why that's the example that's coming to me, but there's like, it's like there's detachment in the air. Like you're like, wait, are you really into this? It's like, you know, they are because they keep showing up, or you know, they are because of what's actually happening, but there's just this thing, you can't quite put your finger on it, and it feels like, I think it feels like a level of detachment. I don't know how else to say it, where it's kind of like, I could walk away from this, and it's almost like something that this person is seeking to hold on to, or they don't, it's like the more they get to know about you, or the more time they spend with you, or the more they kind of give into the connection, the more vulnerable they feel. And it's like they really need to know that you are only really into them, to sort of release that air of detachment. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a security thing, because it's like when my daughter was born, I was like, well, now my heart is walking around outside my body. Like, it's a horrible feeling. Like, you know, I don't think I've ever really relaxed since then. You know what I mean? I have, but not like I did before I was a mom, you know, not like I did before she was born. Like, honestly, because there's just always this part of you that's like awake and alert and ready for your kids. That's like, okay, you know, I like, if my phone rings, that's it. I'm gonna be there for them. If they need me, I'm coming. You know, there's something there. And that's how this sort of feels, is like, I can't totally be the same now that I have this experience of, it feels like feeling this way, feeling this kind of vulnerability, or feeling like, it's not codependency. It's not like my happiness is in your hands. It's literally kind of, I've never felt this way before. You know, and it's making me really uncomfortable. It's making me feel super fucking vulnerable. Excuse my language. I don't know where that came from, but like, yeah. Interesting that I pulled these cards, especially given the energy that I feel right now. It's like they have never met anyone like you, and they know that if you were to get away from them, they may forever be comparing people, and knowing that they will not ever find anyone that compares. I don't know. I can't really describe it. You have, I am attracted to you because you are not afraid to shine. I am attracted to you because you are just so hard to forget. You're always on this person's mind. That's what I'm telling you. Happy girls are the prettiest. I love how silly you are. Yeah, I feel okay. I am attracted to you because you take care of yourself. I am attracted to you because you are not afraid to tell it like it is. On the bottom of the deck, I am attracted to you because you have a wild and unique rebel spirit. That is Pisces. They're attracted to you for your Pisceanness. You may be transforming this person. You see the skull ring on his finger? It's giving me the death card here. It's just giving me this vibe of like, you may almost be leading someone through some kind of spiritual transformation, or it's kind of like, I said I would never do this. I said I would never fall like this. I said I would never let someone in like this. Maybe again, maybe they've been heartbroken in the past, whatever. But it's like, somehow Pisces, they are finding that you've weaseled your way in. And that's the thing about Pisces. They're sneaky getting in there. You know, it's not real obvious. They're easy to conversate with. They listen. They're empathetic. They're compassionate. It feels good to be talking to them. So you're talking to them. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, well, that's cool. And then you're like looking forward to seeing them the next time because that engagement was so nice and comfortable and just left you with a good, peaceful feeling when you walked away. And so then you see them again, and then you're like really looking forward to seeing them all the time. That's how it is with the Pisces. You guys are reeling them in the whole time, and they have no idea. And you may have no idea, but you're doing it. And you guys are so caring. When I cracked my tooth the day before Thanksgiving, you guys put so many messages up. That was so sweet and so kind. And guys, please, if you can continue to keep Debbie in your prayers, she is still in the thick of it. I can feel. And just so if you could just lift her up with your love and light and prayers. Debbie is a Pisces who's been very loyal to this channel, who is a really, really wonderful person. And she has had a real health battle, multiple health battles. So if you guys could just keep her in your prayers, I would deeply appreciate it. Man, I said that and Temperance came out. Wow. Some of you are definitely, I feel like, dealing with someone who, you got the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It could be that when you first met this person, or even now, I don't know, we're going to have to dive deeper, but were completing a very burdensome cycle. You know, okay, I don't want to say this wrong, but like, I think Saturn and Pluto have both changed signs recently. And those are big planets that, you know, really affect us, or at least I feel like they do. It feels, you know, like that, like this is just a big, large life cycle for this person, and it's closing out. And, you know, I feel like they seem normal. Like you don't look at this person and go, wow, you're particularly burdened, right? But you see the way she's wringing her hands and that kind of distant look on her face, like she's there, but she's not actually 100% there. There's something kind of on her mind. She's handling those burdens just fine, right? But she hasn't quite released them yet. She may even be sizing up the situation to be like, okay, you know, is it really worth it to let go of these burdens to open myself up for what may be a new burdensome cycle, right? Because we never know. There's no guarantee how something's going to go, right? And you have Temperance and the King of Coins on the bottom, coming out here for you. And this is like awesome energy. Awesome energy. Like if ever there was a safe bet, this is the safe bet. You know, there's no such thing as a safe bet, right? But, you know, someone who takes their time and who heals and who rebalances and recenters after a situation and takes their time thinking about coming together with another person and is 100% sure that that person is solid and stable on their own before they get into the relationship. They're not really much of a gambler. With Temperance and the King of Coins, this is like, I'll be patient. I'll take as much time as I want to take to see what unfolds here. But I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to, this is someone who plays for keeps. This is someone who, they really don't date casually. Not really. Maybe they do, just to sort of get to know the situation or to see how much connection there is, or how easily or how it feels to try to come together with someone. But this isn't someone who habitually casually dates. It's like, in order for them to even say yes to a casual date, they may have watched the situation for a while, for a long time. You know, with Temperance here, it's like, I don't say yes very often. If I say yes, I'm pretty sure that there's at least a 75% chance that this could go the distance. Like, I'm not, you know, I take my peace, my balance, my centered nature seriously, you know, and I understand the value of it and how hard it is to find it again when you lose it. And so I'm not in a big hurry to jeopardize it or to risk it. And so when this person says yes, they're the type of person that is probably least likely to put you through a burdensome cycle, because they're mindful, they're grounded, and they're centered, because they know who they are, and because they cherish the fact that they've gone through the healing process, that they are balanced, that they are centered, that they are at peace in themselves. And you know, the King of Coins, this energy, this could be the person that you're dealing with here, Pisces. This could also be your energy. This is someone, you know, it can be someone of good financial means, or of high financial means, or I don't know why I'm having trouble describing like living comfortably financially, but I am. But there's just this sense of, you know, someone, they may have even, look at the side eye this guy is given. You know, they may have even kind of been used for their money, or for their stability, or the strength that they brought to the situation, and kind of found that, you know, people sort of take advantage of it and stop trying to be stable and secure on their own, and just sort of depend on them or rely on them. And it gets heavy and it messes up the relationship. So, and it almost maybe even sometimes makes them feel like the only reason people want to be with them is their money, or their money and their stability and the strength that they're bringing, instead of like who they are. It can be that both of these people are closing out a burdensome cycle. They may not be talking about it much, but it's there beneath the surface. And they may be like, you know, in order to acknowledge each other, or to find the potential here between each other, we both have to let go of this. When you're holding 10 wands, you don't have room for anything new. You can't start anything new. You can't see what's going to happen there. A lot of fire sign energy, lots of fire sign energy, especially Sagittarius. You know, with Temperance being clarified by the Eight of Wands, I do feel like this person who's in the Temperance energy is, you know, feels ready to go. Feels, you know, they feel like they've got their mojo back. They feel like they are balanced, they are centered, but they are really, you know, the Eight of Wands does have a lot to do with success and victory without obstacle. You know, I think they're looking for someone where life isn't going to be super hard. So they may not be attracted to the King of Coins for his money, but they are also saying, okay, well, that's one less struggle that we'll have. You know, or that's one way that maybe makes it a little bit easier for us to move forward. With the Four of Swords, with the King of Coins, it feels to me like this person, what I'm getting, it's kind of like they're still healing. And the way that you know is because they really have a hard time expressing themselves. You see how it's like he's deep in thought over here, but like it just, it's all happening within him. There's nothing like coming out of him. There's no action. There's no there's no communication, where the Eight of Wands is very communicative. This Four of Swords is sort of like, even with the moon here, it's like I'm feeling all the feelings, but I just can't seem to say it. I've just been bit too many times. I've put my heart on the line and realized that the only thing someone wanted maybe was my coins. And then there's this angel, and the angel is really trying to help this person heal or find their voice again. With the Eight of Cups, I just keep getting this feeling like both people are really leaving a certain place in their life. They're leaving a certain era or energy or time in their life. To move on to happier times, to move on to the ability to find something that really is what they're wishing for, their wish fulfillment. Whoa. Okay, so the Temperance energy, there's somebody that gets kind of stuck in their head. And with that Eight of Wands, this can be where they are really hoping for greater communication, and this King of Coins energy may really struggle to communicate. I feel it's due with the Four of Swords being the expressor of that. I feel like this is something that, you know, where they have expressed themselves in the past and then felt very taken advantage of, or they're having a very hard time trusting anyone with that piece of themselves, this emotional piece of themselves. With the Six of Swords coming out here, there is this energy of, you know, with the Temperance and the Eight of Wands, it's kind of like someone who sort of gets in their head and may try to communicate in order to feel better, in order to hear what they need to hear to sort of calm themselves down. But with the Six of Swords, it's sort of like, how do I want to say it? See, there's two people in this boat and they're not really communicating, but their body language, well, there's a baby too. And this can be like representational of the new relationship that's burgeoning here. But it's like with this guy's hands on her shoulders, it's kind of like, you know, I want you to feel safe. There's this possessive energy. It's like, I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel protected. I want you to feel my presence here, and then I'm not going anywhere. But like, there's silence, and it's like this woman, I feel like she's like, okay, I understand, I'll carry the relationship, and I don't mean this in an overgiving way, right? But it's kind of like, I won't give up, I won't go away from it just because you're struggling to communicate something. You're making me feel it in other ways, and that can sometimes be more valuable. But it's actually, it's enough to bring someone to a place of peace, you know, someone to a place of like, well, I know what I know, and I see what I see, and I feel what I feel, and I trust all those things. Because really, with this King of Coins, Four of Swords energy, there's the King of Cups. This is someone who has a lot of deep emotion, and they are capable of processing it. They are capable of having emotion and sitting with it. It's not that they're afraid to feel, or that, you know, feeling something fills them with so much fear that they bolt. And this, you know, if this is a past person coming back, that could have been who they were in the past, but they seem to be healing and they seem to be developing this skill. For others of you, if this is a new person, it's kind of like anytime I've had feelings for someone, it's been a little bit taken advantage of. With the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, I'm actually getting this feeling of, you know, when you're seeing someone, but it's not maybe necessarily official, and you're like, are you seeing someone else? And it's like, you want to know, but you also don't want to have the conversation. And then it's like, well, you're spending so much time talking to me or out with me or whatever. But then there's that one time where you call and cancel, or there's that one time when you know, like go home to like see your parents, and I don't know who else is there or what ghosts are in that closet. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's just giving me this feeling where you see the looks on their faces. It's just like, I don't know if I should trust this situation. I don't know who you are or what you're about. It's sort of like something new where it's like, everything in me feels aligned with this and feels like this is right and that this is the right moment. And I just want to celebrate. I just want to let myself feel this happiness. But there's this part of me that's also still like, I don't know, maybe it's too soon to celebrate. Maybe I don't have all the facts. Maybe there is someone else. Maybe even like a past person. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just this little bit of it's, I kind of want to say like needing reassurance, but it isn't really that. It's kind of like time and experience, with another person is what it feels like. It feels new. Oy. So we're coming to this choice point where we it's like there's a decision that has to be made. Are we going to go for this? Are we going to take this to the next level? Are we going to be brave? Are we going to be vulnerable and let each other in a little bit? Are we like, where are we going? How are we going with this? What choice are we going to make here? And it's like, it's kind of, with relationships, it's like, as long as you keep choosing each other every single day, you're gonna spend your whole life with the person, yeah, so there's almost this energy of like, as long as we just keep choosing each other, as long as we just keep showing up with each other, then I kind of want to say there's progress, but it's not. In order to have an intimate relationship with someone, you have to have intimacy. You have to go to deeper levels of intimacy, I feel like. And so it's like, it's not just about showing up every single day. That helps, that creates a foundation. But we also have to choose each other and choose this relationship and choose to be brave and choose to be vulnerable and choose to put our effort and energy into it. Bubba, it's just a squirrel. Where's your ducky? Where's Ducky? Go find Ducky. With the energy of the Temperance, which I really feel is the feminine energy, but I could be wrong, so, and it doesn't really matter. But there's this 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and that's kind of like this energy of really wanting to collaborate with other people, really wanting to, this can be like have friends, this can be like, have an intimate partnership. But it's like with the 5 of Pentacles there, it's like I've really actually got the crap end of the stick more often than not. I've actually, Bubber, Bhakti. It's just a squirrel. Bubby, come here. And so it's like I've been abandoned, I've been left out, and with that 6 of Swords that we saw, it's kind of like I need the reassurance of you showing up in every day and putting the work in. And even if we're just sitting there side by side, not saying anything, it's very meaningful to me because I've been abandoned so many times. I've been let down with people in partnerships. So it is a love language and it is a way to build trust with me. Hey, Bubby, come here, honey. It's just a squirrel. Go get your ducky. Go throw Ducky around. Show that squirrel what you do with Ducky. Go get Ducky. Go get ducks. Sorry, you guys. These squirrels have been driving me crazy for days now. So the thing is that I just feel this energy of I'm open to collaboration. I desire collaboration. I want collaboration. But there's this, probably the burdensome phase that this person is closing out is having been abandoned. Possibly even thinking that they were collaborating with someone, that they were on the same page, that they were sharing a vision, only to have the rug ripped out from underneath them and find out that, like, no, to be abandoned. So there's something that this other energy is providing to this energy that I feel is reassuring just by showing up. Then you have this Star card energy, right? Clarifying the King of Cups. And so it's like, man, oh man, this person really desires someone who is also emotionally able to process on their own, and someone who is capable of holding a space of deep feeling. Like, this isn't someone who just wants a hookup. Not at all. They're not showing up in that energy at all. This is someone who really deeply desires, like, their biggest wish is, you know, having a safe space to feel and to express and to love and be loved. And with the Star card, there is this feeling of this could be fate. You know, this could be, you could be the one. And it is also a really intense energy of healing and a restoration of hope and optimism to love. And it feels like all those things are kind of happening, and they may be kind of happening because this connection is forming, or because, like, in the beginning of this relationship, to where they're like, oh my gosh, now they're starting to feel like maybe even for the first time since they were heartbroken that this could be possible, or that something is possible that they kind of felt maybe wasn't, or maybe they sort of told themselves, listen, I'm taking myself out of that game, I'm focusing on every other thing in my life than that, you know what I mean, kind of energy. But now they're like, oh, this might be what I've always wished and wanted for. And I can't believe I'm feeling that now. Gosh. I feel like this, I just keep wanting to say this feminine. Oh, wow. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Major energy shift. Okay. So I feel like with this temperance energy over here, I'll just keep calling it that. You have the 8 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. This person had to walk away from something that it felt like it just never was going to ever fulfill them. Like it just never panned out. It might have been this round and round thing. It's like it never quite fully comes together. We never really actually get our horses hooked up to the chariot. And so, you know, they may have kind of made this choice or come to this realization that, like, they need to walk away from that in order to have what they really desire, which is the 10 of Cups. But they were brave and they did it. And that, I believe, is how they kind of closed out the cycle. But you don't walk away from something for nothing, you know, especially when you've invested so much that you have 8 cups standing. You only walk away from the 8 of Cups normally to pursue your wish fulfillment, the 9 of Cups, right? Or in this case, I feel like the wish fulfillment is actually the 10 of Cups, you know, finding emotional contentment with another person. And it's like, I've given up hope that I'm going to find it here with this person. So I've had to walk away. Then with this energy over here, I'm going to call this the King of Coins energy. You've got this gorgeous moon card energy, which what I got immediately upon seeing this was, you know, somebody that reveals, they're very careful about what they're revealing, and especially emotionally. They do have a lot to offer. I keep seeing this as a gift or something that they want to offer here, and they're definitely very singularly turned and focused on this energy over here. But it's like they may not have revealed their feelings. They may not have, you know, they may have revealed just like a little tiny smidgen, or they may, it's like, I've given you enough to sort of like keep you here, keep you on this ride with me. But now that we've been on this ride for this long, or we've made it to this place, I'm starting to feel a little bit more, I feel like I can open up. This is a full moon behind this person, but beyond that, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. And to me, this feels like this moon energy, King of Coins energy, where it's like, I'm going to take control of the situation, and I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to speak my truth. And, you know, you can see that this knight has, you know, a suit of armor on, but look at this face. It's like, I'm trusting you with this. I'm trusting you with my truth, and I'm coming at you. And it almost feels like I'm giving it to you whole. Like I'm telling you all there is to tell you, or I'm revealing as much of it as I can, or as much as you can handle, or as much as feels safe to me in that moment. So if you want more revealed to you, then, you know, kind of be calm about it or be supportive or whatever. But it's like there's a lot there, and I don't know if you can handle it. That's like kind of the feeling that I get. But it's like I have to speak my truth. I have to unburden myself for my truth. It's almost like if you were to walk away from me and go try to pursue this with someone else, at this point, I would be hurt. And I know that because he's showing up in this armor here, where it's kind of like, you know, this is as far as I can go wearing this armor. This is as far, like the armor is almost a joke at this point, because what is at risk is inside the armor. The armor can't protect it. The damage isn't going to be done with a sword, you know. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. See, when the burden, what is it? You guys are so amazing. You wrote it one time in my comments. I just channeled this quote a little bit ago, and now I'm coming to it again. It's in Anais Nin quote. Here's what it is, okay? And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So the risk, there was too great a risk keeping this to this person's self. They, like, you know, if I kept this to myself in order to stay safe, in order to protect myself, and I lost you because of it, or, you know, they may even sense that you may walk away to go find, like you did something hard in order to have your wish fulfillment, and if they're not giving you your wish fulfillment, then you may walk away from them too. And so it's like they have to do all they can, honestly and authentically, to offer that to you or risk losing you. And it's like they know that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just like this quote. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. It's like I can't just stay in this place where I'm protecting myself. Because there's regret that comes with that too. There's the regret of risk, and there's the regret of staying the same, you know? And I feel like this person has established within themselves that you are worth taking the risk for, or that this person is worth taking the risk for, and that if they don't, they will regret it. And that has become the bigger burden than the need to protect themselves. And that is what is spawning this new beginning. It's pretty intense, actually, this energy. So clarifying, the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups is the King of Pentacles. And that is, you know, someone who knows what they're looking for. And they may even be like, you know, I'm a catch. I'm solid and stable. I'm abundant. I'm, you know, I'm all these things. What is the Tower for Pisces? Gosh, wow. What is the Devil for Pisces? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What an energy switch. This side had the 8 of Wands on it. This side had the King of Coins on it. There's an energy switch happening here. Whew, Pisces. This person, so this side, and I kind of think this is you, Pisces, the Temperance energy is ending with this King of Coins energy, which is like, you know, maybe it's like, I know what I'm worth. I know what I deserve. I know what I'm bringing to the table. I know what I'm willing to do for what I want. You know, what I'm willing to risk, what I'm willing to take. Because in the beginning with the Temperance and the 8 of Wands, it seems like this side really knows more that the risk is worth it when it comes to love, or when it comes to finding someone that you could see yourself with for a long time. It's like it just doesn't happen very often for this person. This person takes things slow and really sees things and give, you know, so, okay, I just feel that. Then over here on this energy over here, we're looking at this Moon card, and the Moon card, and remember we have the Knight of Swords over here on the bottom of the deck. There is a huge this is like where somebody kind of wakes up and realizes, I want this. I want to go for this. You have the Page of Wands with the Four of Wands. It's like, I could see you being my forever. I could see you being my person. I could see myself marrying you. And you know what? I'm realizing that that's something that I want. That's a vision I desire. That's something that I like to see. It's something that, I mean, this is so, I feel, you know, especially with the devil, there's almost this fantasy of like, I've already lived it 15 times since I met you. You know what I mean? It's like, I already know what it looks like. I already know what it feels like. I already know what it smells like. I've been there, you know, because it's, the devil is like a borderline obsession card, but it's also, you know, kind of like fantasy. It's like, there is no greater vision for me than this. So I have become really attached to this vision, or, you know, kind of obsessed, or kind of, you know, it's my favorite vision to go to. It's the one that I spend the most amount of time in, which can be what actually led to this inner realization of, oh, I want this. I want this because I'm a slave to it. I want this because I can't think of anything else. And even when I try, I can't. It comes back. And we see that with the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Eight of Wands. This person does deeply desire. So on the bottom of the deck, when we got the Page of Wands and the Four of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands. Underneath that, the Justice card. This person has made a decision. You're the one that they want. On the bottom of the deck, clarifying this, with the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Eight of Wands, we have the King of Swords. Underneath that, the Queen of Swords. This person definitely sees you as their counterpart, or as close as they've ever come to finding it. This is all kind of building up to a climactic conversation for freaking sure, especially now that we've seen the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands is clarifying here. With the Ten of Wands, this is saying it's become too burdensome for me to hold back. And when what I really want to do is just rush in and speak my truth, but it's like, can I trust you with it? You know, can you handle it? There's definitely risk involved here, but the desire, there's so many wands here, and this Queen of Wands, the desire is too great. The desire even to be happy is too great, to be honest with you. It's not even just the desire to have the Queen of Wands or to be with the Queen of Wands. It's also the desire to just be happy. To free themselves from this burdensome cycle and enjoy their life again, be free flowing, be free of obstacle, you know? And the only way to cure this double energy is to possess it, to have it, to hold it, to do it, to take the steps necessary. Wow, it is the masculine that's taking the steps necessary, to make it happen. Keep in mind, masculine does not mean man. It means masculine energy, the action taker. This person's gone back and forth. They've weighed the risks. They have looked at all the possibilities. But with this, you know, there's always this infinity energy here. And it's just like, I keep coming back to the same thing. I keep coming back to, I want this really bad. I keep coming back to this fantasy. It's this fantasy I can't get out of my head. It's this fantasy that has kind of propelled this forward. It's this fantasy that, like, I have to say out loud. You know, I have to give a voice to it. I have to, I mean, look at all the swords. You know, I have to speak my truth about what I really desire, what I really want. Pisces, there is a major conversation. There's a climactic moment approaching. That is what I can say. And it comes from a realization that someone has, that where they're realizing just how badly they desire this and just what they're risking by not taking the risk. You mean the world to me. This is if you're dealing with the water sign. It's a blessing to have you in my life, and I'll never finish falling in love with you. If you're dealing with a fire sign, You are as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. I still remember the first day we met. I see something that reminds me of you everywhere I go. And how could I hurt someone so beautiful? If you're dealing with an earth sign, I think that this, how could I hurt someone so beautiful? There's almost this feeling of like, I don't want to hurt you. Like, I really want to protect you. I feel that with this energy, this possessiveness. It's like, I want to protect you. I want to keep you tethered to me, and I want to protect you. If you're dealing with an earth sign, I'm afraid of commitment. You are the best thing that's happened to me. You are my eternal love. I just don't know how this could work. You have my heart. You make me feel like the luckiest person in the world. If you're dealing with an air sign, you make me feel things I've never felt before. I can feel you close to me. You are much more beautiful than you know, and I was made to love you. There's actually a song that says I was made to love you. I also, I keep getting this song extremely faintly, and I can't really tell what song it is, but there are a few things that I'm sure of. I think it might be called Few Things. I don't know, you might want to look up the lyrics to it. It's like, I think it's so different than the music that's actually playing here, that it's actually like interfering. It's weird. This is the second time today I've had this feeling of like noise interfering with the wavelength or something. I don't know, take it as it resonates. Anyway, guys, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And just, yeah, I am so grateful for you guys. And man, I am sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye, guys.